Good afternoon, everybody. Mike Naso here from IPR365.com and podweather.com with the latest on the tropics. There is nothing to talk about in either the Atlantic or the Pacific, although we did have a Category 4 Hurricane Adrian in the Eastern Pacific just in the last couple of days. And since we're so quiet right now, we'll probably, hopefully, remain quiet at least until we get to August. We here at IPR are revamping things, getting more content out there, and having more ways for you to get involved in our content here at Internet Partnership Radio. We have a brand new website. This is weatherblog.com. That's WXBLOG.com. And it's a forum. And this is just in the beginning stages, so come on and join us. We'll have meteorologists as well as novices discussing the weather. And of course, the official information is where you're going to always want to tune to at the National Hurricane Center, hurricanes.gov, and your local National Weather Service office. But of course, for just content on when things get busy or if they'll get busy, you'll want to stop by weatherblog.com. I'll be there. Charlie Wilson from Center of Circulation will be there. All of us here from IBR will be there, as well as hoping you stop by too. Now, that's not the only game in town. We also have a brand new Twitter account, and this is not twitter.com/IPR365. That is one that we're following. But this is one specifically for these video podcasts, and this is twitter.com/IPRTropicUpdate. IPR Tropic Update. And this is where you'll get any kind of breaking news that we'll have, any new show content, and of course when video updates are posted like this one, you will find that there as well. So as hurricane season 2011 roars on, we'll wait and see what exactly happens. But in this downtime, this is the time to get this stuff ready, because believe it or not, even for hurricane season 2012, there won't be a whole lot of time between after this season and before the preparation for the next season starts to get all this up and running. And plus, we'll always be adding new things on. But if anybody's out there who wants to get involved, please let us know. Contact us at any one of these websites. Contact us on Weatherblog. Contact us at podweather.com. Contact us on our Twitter accounts. Either this one, twitter.com/IPRTropicUpdate, or twitter.com/IPR365. Contact us and just let us know if you'd like to be part of the station. Participation is the key when it comes to IPR365.com. It's true. Hurricane season cranking up. Now's the time to get on board if you're interested. Now, I did want to show you the latest sea surface temperatures out there. This is as of today. You can see definitely some warm water off Africa. A lot of warm water here near the Lesser Antilles. I would hate to see a strengthening Cape Verde hurricane taking aim at the Lesser Antilles, as it would definitely have some time to really hit some hot water just before landfall. Also, of course, in the Eastern Pacific, we had Category 4 hurricane because the waters are so warm and conditions, upper level winds were warm and favorable for that as well. Now, when we take a look back in time, here's the latest anomalies. Alright, now we have high anomalies right off the Lesser Antilles, and that's due in part to those warm waters we're seeing. We also had very strong sea surface temperature anomalies up here in the northern Atlantic. Now, if we go back in time, let's look at another season that looked kind of similar to this. 1979, you can see we did have some anomalies here, just in the central Atlantic, and the very hot ones up here. Another season that may have been somewhat similar, 1999, note the very hot anomalies up here, and you had some warmer ones towards the Caribbean. Now, all of these seasons have those anomalies in common, but what those two past hurricane seasons had in common were very strong hurricanes for the Caribbean. Remember Lenny, we also had Hurricane David in 79 take that track. So if you were in the Caribbean, anytime you got these anomalies, just want to keep maybe an extra watch out, because if they're anything like 79 or 99, we had Category 4 and 5 hurricanes impacting areas of the Lesser Antilles. Not going to say that's going to happen this year, but it is something to think about. And of course, hurricane season 2004 had somewhat stronger anomalies up here, but not in general. In general, the Atlantic seemed even less anomalously warm than it does this year, and of course we had monster hurricanes, Charlie, Ivan, Francis, Gene, and even little nasty Hurricane Gaston impacting the United States that year. So, this is what we're dealing with this year. We're going to have to wait and see what Mother Nature has to offer. But right now, the anomalies are pretty interesting, to say the least. That's the word to use, interesting. Now, as far as development in the Atlantic is concerned, right now, the models are kind of indicating that over the next several days, we may see a tropical wave leave Africa, and this is the Canadian model, and head towards the Caribbean. Now, in the longer ranges, the GFS model, which, again, you want to take it with a grain of salt in the longer ranges, does show that wave moving into the Caribbean Sea, and then towards the Western Caribbean, and then coming into the Gulf of Mexico. And this is around June 29th, something brewing here in the Gulf of Mexico. This would probably open up some kind of threat to the western Gulf Coast or the northern Gulf Coast. And given that pattern, based on what we see in the model guidance, that could be a little bit of a high pressure over the Gulf, which would indicate a little bit of a favorable harbor for strengthening. See those isobars there starting to close off. That is an indication that something would be brewing down there, but we're talking literally 2 weeks away from a wave that hasn't even left Africa yet. Not to mention it's early season, and things aren't particularly favorable in June, not even towards July until we get anything remotely favorable. But we'll keep an eye on this, because if this does start to crank up and we start to see a wave progress over the next 2 weeks, we'll be watching it. You can tune in here and we'll see just what Mother Nature has in store for us, if anything at all. Needless to say, look at this high pressure. If anything like this sticks around throughout hurricane season, watch out, land masses to the west. That'll do it this time. I'm Mike Naso from IPR. I'll see you next time.